Our teams are back. We're talking FF7. We're talking Rebirth. We have a little bit of like news or information to talk about today. Some relating to the game, some kind of outside of the game, and then I want to give a little kind of small little channel update sort of thing towards the end of the video. Nothing too crazy, just kind of letting you guys know what's going on. So first up, we have several people at Square Enix, not just with the Final Fantasy games, that were promoted to like executive officers, the executive kind of roles, alongside the likes of like a Yoshida or a Katase, one of them being Naoki Hamaguchi, of course, the director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And alongside Hamaguchi, we also had other people from a plethora of different franchises, like Tomoyo Asano from Octopath Traveler, we have Foamstar General Manager Takeshi Nozu, Takayuki Hamada, and the DFO Chronicle producer Takamasa Shiba. I imagine I'm absolutely slaughtering some of those pronunciations because those are names and shit that I've never even had to say in my entire life. But whatever. So those are, alongside Hamaguchi, there's those other four that also got promoted to these executive roles. We have the full list of what the executive officers, I guess, look like now. I was a little surprised to see that Nomura's not on that list. Because I just assume because how important he is to like Square Enix overall, right? That he'd be a part of that. But maybe he's just like, I don't want to do that shit. I just want to make video games. Momora's always like busy doing like several projects at one time, so maybe he just doesn't want to do that type of shit or whatever the fuck. Anyways, what's cool about this though is just seeing Hamaguchi get like a promotion. Obviously, the guys, people like to think he's like a newer dude coming on board to like do this like shit with Rebirth being like a co-director and then being a director of Rebirth or whatever. But he's been with the company for a long time, right? He started I think in like 2006 with Final Fantasy 12, right? So he's been there for almost 20 years. He's been there a long ass time. But maybe just with like kind of the overall success of something like the remake project and Rebirth and shit like that, maybe that's why he finally got this promotion. Cool to see. I think he's great. I think what they did with Rebirth is pretty much perfect. We talked about it leading up to the game coming out that it looks to be like one of the best Final Fantasies like ever. Like if we're talking singular one release game, like one of the best ever. And I think that still stands. There's obviously some repetitive type shit when you play through all of Rebirth in terms of like the World Intel type shit or whatever. It's not the most perfect game ever, but I do think it's like a really, really damn good Final Fantasy game. So I'm glad to see Hamaguchi get a promotion. And he actually dropped a tweet about this yesterday, which is how I learned about it, where he said, some personal news to share. I've been appointed as an executive officer at Square Enix. I'll do my best in order to continue delivering appealing games to as many fans as possible. Thank you so much for your continued support. The other bit of Rebirth news that we have today is that today, actually, Square Enix finally addressed the Can't Stop Won't Stop side quest bug that happened from the recent update. And by addressed it, I mean they just talked about it. That they're going to try to fix it in a future update. We have no release window on this at all or whatever the fuck. I will say, though, since making that video, I had a lot of people comment on that video that it's not for everybody. Like, not everybody's game is bugged playing that. Like, some people have been able to do the Can't Stop Won't Stop side quest and continue and get their, work towards their platinum and all that other shit. But it does seem like it affects most people, maybe. So they dropped this tweet today that says, we're aware of an issue stopping progress in the Can't Stop Won't Stop side quest. This is scheduled to be fixed in the next patch. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience this has caused. Thank you for your patience and support while we work to address this issue. So it's obviously good that they're addressing this. The problem that I have with it is that it's been like 2 weeks since the update. I think almost to the day. It's been almost exactly 2 weeks since I made a video about the broken update, the broken quest and everything like that. My video was released on March 22nd. It is April goddamn 4th. Why are we just now addressing this? Like, there's no way they weren't aware of it. Why couldn't they drop a tweet a week ago? A week and a half ago? Why is it taking this long for them just to simply say, hey, we're going to put out an update at some point, I suppose. We're going to fix this broken quest that's preventing you from getting your platinum. It's just one of the things that annoys me with Square Enix sometimes. It's like, why are we more on top of this shit? Like, why couldn't they just address this sooner? Like, even if the update's not going to come out for a couple weeks, right? Why couldn't they have said something like sooner? Like, they're like just a day or two after the update comes out, be like, yo, we're aware that the shit's broken. We're going to try to fix it at some point. Like, we've waited almost 2 weeks for them just to simply say that they're going to fix it inevitably. It's just like kind of frustrating because like we knew there was going to be an update coming initially, and that took by itself like a couple weeks, right? Like Hamaguchi said in an interview that they were going to put out an update relatively soon to fix like the lighting issues, all that other shit, and that took I don't know how many weeks, like close to a month or something like that. I feel like so. Who knows when this update's going to come out that could maybe fix this quest? I don't know, dude. It's just kind of slow, kind of weird. Almost, I don't want to say they don't care because I think they do care, but it's just like, why are we more on top of this shit? The video I did like almost 2 weeks ago, we talked about a couple of fixes, and if that worked for you, that's perfectly fine. But if you still have like a broken game, this quest's still broken for you, I don't know when the update's going to come out, obviously. I mean, they just give us no time frame or whatever on that. They don't even say that it's going to be within the month of April. They give us nothing. Like, if there's going to be like release this month, could they at least say that or something? Like, give us something more than just we're going to fix it eventually. I don't know, man. Whatever. As for the channel update, I think tomorrow we're going to do the rest of the Inside Final Fantasy VII Rebirth videos. I think I'm just going to put it into one video, get it done, get it out the way. And then we're moving into probably spoiler territory with the channel in terms of content creation, right? I don't want to spoil shit for people, but at the same time, it's been, more than a month at this point. If you haven't completed the game, I don't know what to tell you. We might have spoiler-related shit in thumbnails or titles. I don't know exactly. what we're going to do. We're definitely going to start talking about, in-game type shit and theories and things like that. We're going to get into that really heavy here soon because we got to start getting really into the Rebirth shit because I've been slacking hardcore the last, month or so. In fact, I really need to get back into playing Rebirth itself. I haven't really been playing as much as I thought I would, and it has nothing to do with the game itself. I've just been playing other shit and doing other shit. Just not gaming a whole lot here lately. I want to do definitely another run through of the game on easy, just to do the story really quickly. Just get through the story again, just kind of re-get that all in the system, and then talk about, I guess, my thoughts overall on that. And then we'll start diving into theory type shit and kind of see what the community thinks on this. Looking at Reddit posts and theories and things like that. Whatever. The usual shit we always do on the channel. So dudes, for now, that's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Social networks in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, @YT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Logain, or leave it like Cobain.